motivated people as they are. I've got to give them a lot of credit, Sarah. I think that they're very self-motivated, they're very driven, they're very ambitious.
Yeah.
So where they're concerned, all I can do is act as a guide and give them enough information to help them get that little bit of an edge. You see in sport the difference between being a world champion and being a mediocre, or the 50th best in the world, if you could call the 50th best in the world mediocre. The difference is millimetres, 1% really. So it's just turning every stone you possibly can. And with a lot of help, with a lot of good people. Michael Darvish has been fantastic, and other people involved, and yourself, Sarah, you've brought a lot as well with your juicing and nutrition. So getting the best involved in the program has been a big boost for the program.
It's been absolutely fantastic. So what would you say to all the people that are watching and listening out there today? And obviously we've got summer coming up and we're looking to lose a little bit of weight, get into great shape, and sometimes you're just feeling a bit sluggish. You know, the winter months have dragged on. How do you kickstart? How do you get yourself really motivated in that focused state of mind? What would Paul McKenna do? So obviously we've been to the weekend, he's got some great tools and techniques. What would he do?
Well, I can't necessarily speak for Paul McKenna, Sarah. That said, we did go to you came along as well, you were there too, and as were a number of different people in the field of personal development as well, to gain ideas. I guess we all weren't there we were all there to access information for our own reasons. So I can't speak for Paul McKenna directly, but based on what I saw on the weekend, I think that one of the key things about getting motivated for the summertime is it's not just about being motivated for the summertime, it's integrating a whole lifestyle change. So the key is to change your perception on oneself and also change your perception on your goals, the road that you're taking. Also, a whole shift in thought process is what I gather the Paul McKenna event was all about, increasing motivation. So it wasn't specifically the magic bullet, which everyone is looking for, the new diet, the new piece of literature, new piece of advice, because we've got enough of that out there in probably one of the biggest markets in the world.
It's huge.
It's a massive market.
Huge market, the weight loss industry. People pay to buy pills, potions, absolutely everything, the latest book, the latest technique. And does all these things work? I mean, fad diets, people go on them, they come off them. Everyone's looking for this magic formula. Is there a magic formula, Jim?
There's not necessarily a magic formula.
Have you found it yet?
Well, possibly. I mean, I think a lot of people profess to have different ideas, and certainly they do.
Yeah.
McKenna's ideas were fantastic, Paul McKenna, and anyone out there listening or watching the show at the moment, wherever you are in the world, I would advocate go see Paul McKenna if you can.
Yeah, he was great, fantastic.
Log on to his website, see what it was all about. It was fantastic, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think the key is, and the key to the McKenna event for me was the fact he talked about the thought process. Now, you go back to diets and fad diets and all these different things, and I think that the key was where Paul McKenna he talked about thought process, and by altering that thought process and changing our perception and getting a different understanding of how we function as people, we can change that and we can be more consistent in our action. Because a diet might work, you might lose 10 pounds in a week, you might lose 10 pounds in 6 weeks.
So then you put it back on again.
And put on more, which the classic yo-yo diet, definitely.
So everyone's probably wondering, what are the tools and techniques from the event? We are going to be taking you through them today. We're going to be showing you the 4 rules that he works by in order to lose weight, to feel absolutely fantastic. And they're very, very simple, surprisingly simple. Some might say just plain old common sense. But these things work, and it's all about getting back in tune with your body, listening to your body.
Yeah, very much so. And I think as human beings, we're always looking for the most difficult answer.
Yes.
We're always looking for the most difficult answer to each solution. Is the most. We always look for the long way around. And the interesting thing about the Paul McKenna event is it goes back to basics, really. And common sense isn't always common knowledge. We know the answers most of the time as people, yet we don't practice.